Butter mochi, my favorite childhood dessert, and we're gonna make that today. So first off, let's go ahead and make sure we preheat our ovens to 350 degrees. We'll grab a big bowl for your dry ingredients, some measuring cups, as well as a whisk, of course. All right, first ingredient that we're gonna do is we are going to grab our 1 box of Mochi rice flour. Now you can get this anywhere at an Asian store. Sometimes you might be able to find it at your grocery store, but if you have an Asian store, you will definitely find it there. So we're going to go ahead and empty out the whole box of the rice flour, sweet rice flour, into our bowl. And don't forget to cut that out so we can junk journal with it. Okay, and then next up, you want to grab your sugar, which is 2.5 cups of sugar. Now, I know that is a lot of sugar, trust me. Even when I'm putting it in there, I'm like, oh my god, this is a lot of sugar. But it's a dessert that I don't really eat a lot. We usually make this on like birthdays, holidays, special occasions. So, and of course, you're not going to eat the whole thing in one sitting. I don't think. Although my kids can. We probably could eat the whole thing in one sitting. So pace yourself when you eat this. But it's not as bad. I mean, there's lots of cookie recipes that, Anyways, check out this cute little measuring cup. It is from All Clad and it's made to look like their pots. And so I grabbed the set because I thought it was super, super cute. Anybody else like that? Like collect measuring cups and measuring spoons? I can't be the only one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stir it up with our whisk and make sure we mix that all together. Now this is a super, super simple recipe, something that you could do. I mean, it would probably take you like 30 minutes. I think the time cooking is what's the longest. So, but actually preparing is not too bad. And so we're gonna grab our small bowl for our wet ingredients. And actually, hold on, I forgot one more dry ingredient in here, and that is our baking powder. We need 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I love these little measuring spoons because they're like narrow, so they fit in every jar, even my spice jars. And they're stainless steel, and so highly recommend. I also have like the round ones, but some of those don't even fit in my spice jars. So when I found these with the narrow body, I was like, these are perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stir that, mix it all up, and yeah, nothing too crazy here. Okay, now we are ready for our wet ingredients. So go ahead and grab a small bowl or a medium bowl, but I would probably do it a little bit like a medium to large bowl. You'll see why in a second. So you need to go ahead and melt a whole stick of butter, which is 1/2 cup. And I like to melt it in one of those Pyrex measuring cups, just because they're microwavable safe. And so we'll go ahead and stick it in the cup and put it in the microwave. And while that is going, we're going to go ahead and get a can of coconut milk. This is one of my favorites. And go ahead and open it up. And I know like coconut milk sometimes could be overpowering. Well, like coconut oil can be, but this doesn't. So go ahead and pour the whole can in there. Okay, and then we should probably clean up our area. Are you like that too when you bake? Like I have to like clean up. Okay, so now that we've got the butter, what I like to do it like 30-second increments and then kind of like break it apart, just so it'll be a little bit easier when I put it back in for another 30 seconds to actually melt. And by that second time, I just usually just stir it up and it'll start melting because the measuring cup is quite warm already, so I wouldn't have to put it back into the microwave, because I don't know about you, but I hate putting butter in the microwave because they always splatter, and it could be like the littlest amount of seconds. And so I like to do this way, that way I don't waste the butter, because butter is expensive. Okay, so go ahead and pour that butter in with the coconut oil. We gotta get every little drip, because like I said, butter is expensive, especially good quality butter. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and mix this up. Now you could probably use like a KitchenAid. I do have one, but I prefer doing a lot of my baking by hand. I know it's kind of therapeutic for me to do those things, to do things manually. So okay, up next we have our milk, and in our household we use lactose free, because you know those Asian genes, we can't do that lactose. So I remember back in the day, before I even knew there was like lactose free milk, this dish would actually make my stomach hurt, and but I would just push on because it's just so good. That's just one of those things. But now using the lactose free milk, it's been a lot better for our tummies in our household. So choose whatever milk that you like. I don't think it makes a difference which milk you choose. It could be plant-based, almond milk. I've made this before using almond milk, and it still came out quite fine. Okay, next up we're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And this is the one I got. I think I got that from Costco. It's a very big bottle, of course. And go ahead and give that a good mix. And then next up, just kind of organizing my stuff around me. Sometimes I get overwhelmed when there's just too many things and I just have to like clean up a little bit. It makes it a lot easier so if I clean as I go. Does anybody else do that? Okay, we need 5 eggs. Go ahead and crack it straight into the mixture. Man, eggs are expensive. Well, you know what? We always get like the organic pasture-raised eggs, so it's always been expensive to us. We're used to paying $7-8 a dozen ever since I want to say like 2006, and it was even more expensive during that time because there wasn't access to a lot of organic foods. Now that there is, it's a lot more affordable. But I don't know, are the prices of eggs in your area, up there? I think we average about $7 a dozen. If you go to Aldi and you can catch some eggs, they're like $6.49, maybe even $5.99. So this is what I meant about make sure you grab like a much bigger bowl than this, because as you can see, luckily I didn't spill any of the liquid, but there were times that it came really, really, really close. And I was having a hard time breaking the yolks for some reason, but we got it done. But you just want to make sure you break up those yolks and get it all mixed up. Now next, what you're going to do is you're going to combine your wet ingredients with your dry ingredients. Simple as that. And you know, I love making this dessert, just how simple it is. And it doesn't require a ton of ingredients. But, okay, make sure you grab every drop. We don't want to waste it. And then we're going to go ahead and mix it all up. And you want to mix it really, really well. Make sure all the flour is broken up and has mixed in with the liquid. This can take anywhere from, I think it usually takes me maybe like 2 to 3 minutes to just kind of get it to that consistency. And then probably like a minute or two to actually get all that flour bubble. And so it'll look like that. All right, now it's time to clean up. Clean up our work area. And you're gonna grab a 9x13 pan of your choice. Make sure it's deep enough. I would say like a lasagna pan would be great. And I just used olive oil here, and I'm just kind of spreading it around with this silicone spatula. I find it a lot easier. I used to do it with a paper towel, but the paper towel tends to soak the olive oil, and so I just use that instead. You're going to go ahead and pour your mixture into the pan like so. Make sure you have some muscles, because I was shaking trying to hold that big bowl. Okay. So once you have everything in your pot, you're going to put it in the oven for about 60 to 70 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I like to do it a little bit longer, maybe even 80 degrees to get that like cakey texture, or if you want that like mochi texture, probably 70-75 minutes. And we're just going to poke it to make sure. We're going to test it. Now you want to make sure that your stick comes out textured like that and it's not runny. So that's telling me right there that it is good to go. And then of course I like to poke it just a little bit more to be sure. And yeah, we are good. And you just kind of want to cool it for at least like 10-15 minutes. Here I got too excited. It was quite warm, so a little bit harder to cut. But man, this thing is so delicious and super simple. And like you can store it on your counter for about 2 or 3 days. But it is so yummy. I hope you try this out and let me know how it goes. If you have any questions making it, let me know. I will help you, but it's a yummy, yummy dessert. And I hope you make it for you and your family. Thanks for hanging out with me and baking, because I love baking. I will see you in the next one. Bye.